Peace. Today is Monday the 18th, which makes today's math knowledge, build, destroy, all being born to born. Use your knowledge to add on to the positive and destroy the negative, and you will born and create a positive universe. Peace to the gods and earths. Welcome back to the Yanadameen Godcast. I am Lord Jamar.
And I'm Digga Digga.
And we are back with part two.
Part two.
Of the to be continued hip-hop odyssey. As we take you from basically hip-hop's inception up until now. And we're going over a lot of the
eras, the regions.
The heavyweight, heavyweight MCs, throughout time.
Right on.
Our heavyweight picks. Before we continue, if you'd like to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$Yanadameen, patreon.com/Yanadameen, or Yanadameen.com/support. Yeah. Hip-hop.
Hip-hop. So we left off
with out in the dark. They used to do it out in the park.
We left off with me
talking about your impact,
naming my impact legacy females, and also my
spitters,
my spitters.
And you didn't really, you said your spitters, but
I kind of
took a long time going through your
I didn't take a long time.
Yeah, you did.
You debated my impact list.
Well, you want to get on here being all politically correct.
I wasn't being politically correct.
And now, you saw the comments. You saw what they said in the comments.
I was being objective. It's a difference between being objective and being politically correct.
May I play devil's advocate for a moment?
Sure, go ahead.
Come on, get in there. Go!
You can't be a media person without giving all the information. Now, whether you agree or disagree with it, again, is subjective.
Listen, we have a gang, okay, that exists at the Yanadameen Godcast.
You saw your comments?
Yeah, and they were very much in agreement. Like, that's right. Tell Digga that we don't play that shit over here. And it is not subjective. And if this woman is out here whoring and making sisters look other than the queens that they are, then that is not subjective. That is actually a bad thing. And maybe it's subjective in this America that we know, or this world at large. But in this cipher, in this space, which is a cipher, nah, we don't subscribe to that type of shit. It's okay. You're in a safe place.
You didn't,
I know that this goes outside of this cipher.
No, but listen, what I'm saying, all I was saying was, it's not just about being politically correct. I'm Rah Digga, the anti-sex kitten. If anybody stood for the 3/4 of cloth straight spitters, it would be me.
So that's why you can't waver. You can't have one foot in and one foot out.
No, it's not about wavering. It's about stating a fact. Whether I agree or disagree with that fact, it is a fact that this woman named Lil Kim had a long-lasting legacy,
and it was very impactful. I'm saying,
that's all I said.
How was it impactful?
I never said if it was good or bad.
But you said it was subjective whether it was good or bad.
I said
and I'm saying it's not.
I said it's subjective because some people view one way, some people view the other way.
And I'm saying if someone was to view that sitting there with your pussy out and saying I take it in the butt, what is a positive example? You see, like, who is that saying that? What are their fucking motives? You see, because where I come from and the shit that I'm about, That's not a positive impact. Yes, it may be an impact, but it's not a positive one. See, a positive one would be like,
but we weren't,
if she had sisters out here trying to be like mathematicians,
we weren't
doctors and lawyers.
Discussing positive or negative impacts. We were just discussing impact. I gave an example.
But if you recall, because I will go to the videotape.
Let's go to the videotape.
And it'll say where I said, well, now, was that a positive impact? And you said, that was subjective.
I said that is subjective.
And I said it's not. I said it's not subjective.
Okay, we can agree.
I'm saying
disagree.
that
if it's an opinion, it's subjective, bro.
But that's what I don't agree with. I don't know.
That's just the definition of subjective.
Put up the definition of subjective for me, Harold.
Opinion.
Thank you.
It's a cold hard fact to you, but that's your opinion.
Okay, well, around here,
moving on.
Around here, my opinion's the fucking law. Okay.
One more peep out of you, and you are grounded. I am not joking.
Now let's go. Okay.
Now, in my clan,
right?
In my clan, we have. I'll restate them. Myself, right. Muhammadiyah, Rage, Jean Grey, Gangsta Boo, Eve, and Remy. Those were my top female spitters that I relate to, that I feel like that I can personally, like, if I, like, for instance, I would call up a Gangsta Boo if I wanted to do like a run of jewels. I would call up a Muhammadiyah if I wanted to do like a female version of Black Star. I would call a Rage if I wanted to do, me and Rage actually did a dope ass Jay-Z and Nas rendition of the Success joint. But these are my personal spitters. Like Eve is somebody that I would call if I want to do some cute little Salt-n-Pepa chick shit. So, those are my female spitters. And I know that I could just call them up and they're going to come to the studio and they're going to write their verse right then and there, right, and just lay it down. So, but these are 90s females.
Right.
Like there definitely was a generation of females before them.
Shout out to Sha-Rock.
Definitely shout out to Sha-Rock.
Shout out to the Sequence.
Antoinette was one of my favorites.
Goodness, Antoinette
you
was
got
dope.
Finesse and Quiz. You got there were so many. Shout out Miss Dynamite
Sparky
from
D.
London. Like there were so many females that I didn't need. I really basically compartmentalized one era. I didn't even really go through the different eras. I tried to incorporate the regions. We got Rage in the West. We got Gangsta Boo down south. But like for me, like those are the females that sparked something in me. So now that we've covered my females, do you have any top 5 female lists? If 5 females even fit on your list, since we know how much you love female rappers.
I mean, first of all, it's not that I be hating on females.
Man.
It's just this
you
is
be hating on the females.
This is
bro.
a male sport, baby girl. Like I'm
sorry,
but this is a female sport. I mean, this is a male sport.
You're right. Like it ain't females out here wrapping circles around niggas, but proceed.
Not a lot. Really, and the ones that are...
There's quite a few of them, but
no, not really. There's not a lot. But there's been, like you said, impactful ones. And there's ones that I fuck with, especially when I was younger. Shit, I really liked Sequence when I first came out.
Okay.
Shout out to Angie Stone,
Yes.
who was part of, the original sequence. And matter of fact, Spoonie G, somehow, I don't know how they was connected. I don't know if he brought them in the game or if the record company put them together, but Spoonie G was connected with sequence, so that kind of made them fly in my eyes too. Sha-Rock, like we said. But then as we go on, MC Lyte might have been the first female MC that I might like bought her tape or some shit.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Like, okay. Like I'm fucking.
Me too.
I'm fucking with Lyte. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's why she's on
she
my
had, but
Impact
she was a
Legacy
little
list.
but see, I was younger at the time. I was a teenager. So the fact that she was a tomboy, or appeared to be one anyway, I guess that was cool.
With a very gruff voice.
Yeah, it was like, it was like kind of like you liked Lyte because at that time, she was a female, but she wasn't so pretty yet that you had to worry about, having this big crush on her. It was just kind of like, she was just like kind of just.
She was like one of the dudes.
Yeah, like just a little teenage kid. It was kind of ambiguous, either way. You weren't really looking at her as like a little guy, but you weren't looking at her as the type of girl that you was trying to get with at that time. Like for me, MC Lyte grew into her beauty more later in life. You see what I'm saying? Like it seemed like when MC Lyte got to be a full adult, that's when she started really
and now you're looking like a fox.
And now she a damn cover girl out this motherfucker, like for real. Like but when she was, young, she was a little more tomboyish.
That was my draw.
We wasn't looking at her like that.
She was one of the guys.
And I guess that's what we liked about her, And so the beat she was picking and the way she was rhyming, like it was some hard Brooklyn shit.
Cause Shanté was one of the guys too, but as raspy as Shanté's voice is, it was still very little girlish to me.
Yeah, but
like,
she
still
also
gave me little girl
with that
vibes.
ponytail and all that, something about her was a little sexy. You see what I'm saying? Like I remember liking Roxanne Shanté. Like that's what I was telling her. You don't remember me giving you those fucking telepathic vibes up the wheels that night? I was trying to get you. I was trying to get at you. Like, but yeah, like Lyte not so much. Like, you know what I mean? At that time.
Lyte made me feel like it was strictly about the bars. Like, it did this. Like, this don't have nothing to do with me being a girl. Like, I can
a rapper
flow.
that you mentioned that I really liked, who was kind of in the middle, because this girl's kind of like, well, damn, she kind of looked good and she could rhyme and her beats was homegirl from the BX. What's her name?
Remy?
No.
From the BX.
Damn. Oh, you said her
mention?
last episode. Before Finesse and Quince. Not Finesse and Quince.
Antoinette.
Antoinette was alright. Like Antoinette looked like one of those girl like
Expressed your affinity for
of that
Antoinette
time.
before.
Yeah, another one was Sweet Tea. Now that I think about it.
Oh my goodness! On the smooth tip.
Ooh.
See now I may possibly need to make a
It's
Impact
my beat.
Legacy list.
And see, that's another
for that
Molly
era.
Mall type of. She was connected with Molly Mall
Right.
and all of that.
Because my era is really 90s.
Matter of fact, Jazzy Joyce was her DJ.
I need to make an 80s.
But
Impact
Sweet
Legacy
Tea
list.
and like and Antoinette, they started looking like how, like in the 80s, how the drug dealers' girlfriends was looking. You understand what I'm saying? They had their hair done up like that, and they was wearing the earrings, and you know what I mean? Like they wasn't the like prettiest girls, but they was pretty and they was fine. And they was fly, like as far as they style
like,
and the shit
not,
they was
I know
wearing.
what you mean, like not textbook pretty, but like there's like a hood sexy that
Right, they was hood
There's
sexy.
a je ne sais quoi with certain like hood females that give you. I know exactly.
Like
what you
now,
mean.
nowadays I feel like they're actually like growing some of these girls in like laboratories, like to be like seriously like little sex kittens. Like they come out looking like sex dolls.
Oh, they're definitely they're modified before they even get to the
finesse. I mean,
get to the stage.
Well, even a Finesse and Cinquin, but like Antoinette, Sweet Tea, they had a sexiness about them that was very hood, very 80s at the time, and
Hustler Bunny. They gave you like
that's Bunny. A great Hustler Bunny, and I was loving her because I was a hustler at the time. And I liked Hustler Bunnies.
The earrings, the
yes,
chains,
all of that. And just the way they talked and the music. But then they had some like good beats and shit like that nigga could fuck with, like, you know. So, but at the same time, I don't remember like trying to buy their album, or I don't know if they had an album.
Sweet Tea had a dope album.
Yeah, see, I don't remember buying an album like that. Like, I don't remember ever besides Lauryn Hill.
It's funny. Sean Price said I think the first female, probably the only female album that he bought was MC Lyte. And I got an honorable mention too.
I did buy MC Lytes back in the days. I don't know. See, for me, it's just the themes with women, and it's just certain ones. But again, like, see, that's what I'm saying. Your shit was different, like, because.
Shouts out to Bernadette. Sean Price said, I gotta shout Rah Digga out because that's my wife's favorite female rapper. So I got MC Lyte is his, but I'm Bernadette's favorite female. So
that's what's up.
I love you, Bernie.
Shout out Bernadette. Yeah. So all right, let's keep moving. Salt-n-Pepa is some of mine. I definitely was fucking with Salt-n-Pepa hard.
Absolutely.
Like, they had great production. They was like I think I said this before. They was like the female Run DMC. Yeah.
And not for nothing, they came out trying to battle too. They came out.
Oh well, yeah, they came out going against Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, and that was ballsy at the time.
That's something that this generation does not get right now. Like, they can't figure out for the life of them why Pusha T would attack Drake and he's irrelevant. Drake's got this tied Michael Jackson for the most Billboard hits and has more money.
Look,
and it's like,
that's hip hop.
Yeah, it's like we never cared about that stuff. Like, it was really about.
And like a nobody could go out of somebody back in the days.
Like if you were somebody, you should have been prepared to be challenged.
By anybody. And it don't have to be just somebody that's already established.
Right.
Like, shit, look at how 50 Cent came in the game.
That's how you get established.
Look how 50 Cent came in the game with How You Want to Rob and all of that. I think that was a brilliant record. I think not for nothing.
I think the world right now is just too like sensitive with like bullying and the cyber bullying and, you know, everything is
well, that's because pussies rule the world right now. Like punk motherfuckers rule the world. Like the motherfuckers that was bullied have got into power and now they're trying to legislate bullying. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Or they become bullies themselves.
Well, yes, they have, but in a different kind of way. You see, they'll use laws to bully and you know, economics and all other kind of things. But all right.
So okay, you've covered your female.
Well, hang on. Let me see if I got any more females that I was really fucking with.
Shouts out, and by no means this is not to like diminish the capacity of other females, because Foxy spit, Mia X spit, the Brat spit. You know, we this is not to say that like these are the only females that can rap. When I'm talking, you know, as far as my list goes, I'm talking specifically people that came and changed the game. No, I didn't even put myself on an Impact Legacy list. You know, I don't feel like I did anything game changing. I put myself on I still can spit in 2018 list. So, you know, I can be objective to, you know, to say that.
We're going to hold you to that too.
Okay.
So I can still spit in 2018.
That's
right. I like how that sounds.
Shit.
Listen, who else? What other females was I fucking with? After like Salt-n-Pepa. Like, oh, you know who I used to like kind of? Lin Que.
Yeah, she's dope.
Remember Lin Que?
ISIS.
Oh man,
See, X-Clan is in my group list. Wait till we get to the guys.
We're gonna get to the groups.
Yeah, we gotta talk to the group.
But
talk about the groups.
Yeah, Lin Que was dope, and she was bad. She was bad. Yeah, Lin Que was bad. But then,
Look at you.
What
objectifying the goddesses.
Now, you know, even though Foxy, like, you know, she got on her sexy shit at the, you know, but like, first of all, I met Foxy.
Kim influenced her.
I met Foxy before she did all of that.
That's why I don't put her on the Impact Legacy list. I feel like
when I was living in Brooklyn,
Kim.
one of her brothers actually brought her to my crib one time to rhyme for me, and like, she was dope. But she was kicking some hard shit at that time.
Foxy is a spitter.
Yeah, and like she had, you know, baseball hat to the back, and like it wasn't none of that, like, you know, the type of shit she turned into. But yeah, Foxy's dope. Like Foxy.
No, I mean, honestly,
dope.
The whole like Kim Foxy thing.
And I even like when Foxy started even changing her voice with the more deeper, like,
yeah,
like when start doing the more Jamaican shit, like some of her more newer songs, like. She's dope. She's dope. I fucks with Foxy.
Lyrically, I would actually give Foxy the edge over Kim, but I wouldn't put her on.
Absolutely.
But I wouldn't put her on my Impact Legacy list because I feel like she was influenced by Kim.
Yeah.
The change.
Although she probably influenced a lot of maybe some people of today as far
absolutely.
As far as like, well, not even just rhyming, but like just a lot of the shit.
Swag and...
But just she used to have a lot of shit she'd go through, like, and just antics, and like her name would be in the news a lot for like fighting and like, you know what I mean, throwing a phone at somebody or some shit. Nowadays, that's like that's how you get in the blogs and shit. Like that's normal shit now, right? Like, so I don't know. Yeah, but again, like. I'm not, you know, I don't think I ever had a female who, like, I had their album and I'm like, this is my theme music for this portion of my life.
Except for that Dirty Harriet, yeah. All right, yes. Right, come on.
This is my theme music for this portion of my life. Like, Dirty Harriet is super dope. But it's like, The Chronic. A nation of millions that hold us back. The first Cypress Hills album, the first Nas, like these are albums that I couldn't live without at the time that they came out. Like I couldn't breathe without waking up.
Now that's subjective.
And listening to this.
Now that's subjective.
It may be subjective.
Because there are some people that told me they could not make it through their prison bid without Dirty Harriet, okay?
I hear you.
I'm fucking with you.
No, I listen, I believe it. I'm just saying that for me, I've never, and listen, you know I love you. Shout out to all the females in hip hop. Listen, I got love for all of y'all.
Because it's not easy being a female.
Yeah.
And shit, playing a man's game.
Right. And I'm just, you know, and I'm sure it's not easy for a man who would be trying to play a woman's game. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So listen, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about, because people always talk about the solo MC, but let's talk about groups.
Yes.
Which both of us have been a part of. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the heavyweight groups through time.
Let's
go.
You
know what I mean?